This coverage is brought to you by Rami Rent.
Hello and welcome to the Järva Open, powered by Prodigy Disc and Zuka. Coverage brought to you by Rami Rent. I'm your host, Nate Perkins, joined here today in the booth by Ella Hansen.
Hey there, I'm looking forward to some Järva Open. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we've been hearing about this course for years, and this is actually going to be my first look at it. Taking a look at our four competitors here.
We got Sofie Björlycke, Antonia, we've got Kristin playing some European disc golf after being in the U.S., and we've got Anniken Steen rounding out our feature card for round one. Hole 1, 121 meters. This is a long par 3 for the FPO field. OB on the left side, slight slope from right to left, and a protected green that finishes to the right. This is going to be a tough birdie for probably most of the field.
All right, one of the more iconic disc golfers
Yes.
in any part of the world right now, Kristin
Absolutely.
Tattar, definitely holding the torch for European players, male and female.
She's just throwing a forehand out there, not trying to get all the way to the basket, playing away from that OB on the left. As long as you don't go too right and get pinched off from those trees protecting the green, it's gonna be all right to just be in the middle of the fairway.
Ooh.
Sneaking close to that OB line, but staying in bounds. We got a lefty on here.
Shapes up pretty nice for the lefty hyzer.
Good pull there. I like that form. getting all of it. Awesome reach back. Getting just about where Kristin got with her forehand. Ooh, double lefty? I don't know if I've ever seen a coverage with two lefties on the card.
For FPO,
FPO.
I certainly have.
Maybe at USDGC for the MPO, but
That was some snap right there, Ella, for Anniken.
that's a good rollout to get a little bit left and not be too pinched off from that tree there.
You know, it's always a treat to get to see. Three of these players are brand new for me. I know Kristin's game really well, but the other three I've never seen play before, so it's always a treat to get to see a new creative style.
So we got a little bit of a hill backstop here, so players can kind of push it a little long and not worry too much about carrying far away from the basket. Some good up shots. Nice putt there for Anniken.
Yeah, nice confident pace on that putt.
And then tap-ins for the rest of the card.
So this is just the second stop ever for the European Pro Tour. First stop being in Copenhagen.
Solid start for this feature card. All pars. I think they're probably all pretty happy with that to start it off.
All right, hole 2, par 3. 96 meters. Pretty much even with the basket, kind of cruised down the hill and then back up, a little protected on the green, and then it slopes pretty quick past the basket.
Definitely don't want to be pushing too long on this one.
Oh, and Kristin got a little on top of that mid-range, drifted down the hill a bit. Yeah, I kind of dig that little setup that she had. It didn't look like she was ready to throw,
Yeah.
and then she just hit it and absolutely
That's
bullseye.
a great shot. This is a hole that, plays fairly similarly for the lefties and the righties. Just kind of a straight shot getting up to the basket. Anniken giving it a little turn, just catching that limb high. That might not be in a great position, could be a little pinched off.
Little patent pending. There is danger behind this pin. Pretty touchy approach here.
Mm-hmm. Especially from the patent pending stance. Ooh, just catching that last little bit of hill there.
And Anniken wants nothing of that putt. And here's where Kristin's mid-range ended up.
Solid. She can kind of give it a run from there, but it's a long putt.
Well, I don't know too many people that straddle standstill as far as
she
Kristin
can
does.
definitely put some juice on it from a straddle.
And what a birdie.
Yeah.
From Sofie. Getting this card on the board.
All right, hole 3, 103 meters out back into the open, and the pin is surrounded by out of bounds. Fairly straightforward shot, but definitely don't want to be pushing too far away from the pin. Just want to keep it straight, and if anything, you want to miss short. Sofie playing Big Annie around those trees. Looking like maybe edge of circle 2.
I actually never seen Kristin wear this elbow brace before.
I haven't either.
Hopefully she's not having elbow pain.
Yeah. She pushes her forehand a little too straight. And that might be looking a little straight as well.
Oh, it's so close. Give her the green. Oh, too close to tell.
Right on the line. Wow. That's a tough call for sure. And again, that looks good. Giving it good height, letting it have time to hyzer back.
Yeah, I think she had the pace on that one. She just got the nose up a little bit.
It seems like the better miss if you're taking that left gap than pushing long. And Kristin, this is a tough spot to be in. She's just going to lay up, take a bogey. Good
nice
run.
little bid right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
and great pace on that
yeah.
putt.
Scaring the basket. All good efforts. Kristin tapping in a bogey.
Yeah, first bogey of the round. For anyone on this card.
Yep. I'm sure she will be looking to.
Okay, so she was out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Antonia was out of bounds on that, so.
2 bogeys and a par. Well. 2 bogeys and 2 pars.
All right, moving into hole 4. It's a par 3, 100 meters. You're going slightly downhill here, and then you have this kind of tricky low ceiling, left to right finish. Basket is on a slight hill. Pretty tricky par 3, especially for this backhand turnover shot.
Absolutely.
Let's see what Sofie has for us.
Wow.
What a shot.
That's a great shot.
That's about as good as you can do.
Sneaking it over the hill under that low ceiling.
Yeah, it's hard to climb that hill and actually park the hole with the backhand at least. I can see the forehand kind of skipping up there, but what a shot from Sofie. Starting off great.
Anniken pulled a little too far left. Kristin going smooth with the forehand, getting a nice skip right up to the basket.
Wow, that was phenomenal.
It seems like you kind of want to skip off of that downhill to really get yourself up to the basket. You don't want to go nose straight into the hill, but perfectly executed from Kristin.
And a great shot from Antonia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love lefty forehands. Aren't they fun to watch?
Yeah. It looks a little weird to
it
my
does
brain,
look weird
but
at first. You're like, what's going on?
Antonia giving it a jump putt. Wow.
Come on.
Cash
Antonia
in the
from
birdie.
circle 2. What a bounce back.
Sofie also making that circle 2 putt.
She's coming to play some golf at this European Pro Tour event.
Yeah. Quickly taking a 2-stroke lead on the rest of our competitors. Well, lead card competitors at least. Feature card. And Anniken with 4 pars to start.
Having my own line of discs, all named after sound design terms, is a dream come true for me. I'm just so thankful for Prodigy for believing in me and giving me this opportunity to have a couple amazing discs under my name that I can trust.
Moving on to hole 5, par 3, 71 meters. Big island hole on the top of this mound. Protected green, rollaway possibility. Trying to stick it on the island and give yourself a putt. Sofie playing the wide hyzer. Getting up. About to the edge of the circle.
Well thrown. Yeah, this is a nervy tee shot here.
Mm-hmm.
Love a good island hole, though.
And definitely more righty hyzer friendly than some of the previous holes. Kristin pushing it a little too far.
And are we going straight to a drop zone on this one, Ella? If we miss,
Wow.
I believe we are.
Yeah. That's unfortunate because Kristin could potentially be saving par if she could take it from where she went out of bounds, but having a drop zone really punishes a bad shot.
Check up. She gets the stake. Come on.
Antonia using the stake, keeping herself in bounds.
Little too much hyzer, and does that push through?
I think
believe
that's safe.
She's safe. Yep.
Wow.
Kristen maybe checking
That's exactly what I was going
the
to say.
rolls, and she is proceeding to a drop zone. And look how far! It's almost no putt.
Gave it a good bid, though. This was the third easiest hole on the day for the FPO.
Only 71 meters, but that's somewhat surprising with how much OB there is around
it. Antonia. Oh.
Don't roll.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Okay.
It hit the disc. I really felt like it hit the disc and stopped it.
It
Wow.
may have.
What?
Sofie.
Sofie came to play.
Wow.
She is 3 down through 5 with 2 outside the circle putts.
That's an excellent start at any tournament, but especially at European Pro Tour.
And good comeback putt there from Antonia.
Anniken makes it in for par. And Kristin will tap in a bogey. So tough start for Kristin. Sofie making big moves on this card.
All right, hole 6, par 3, 148 meters. Again, teeing back down the hill. We've got a pretty protected entrance into this green. Basket is on a bit of a slope. You don't want to go too far past this one. Ton of airspace here, and you're kind of in this protected little pocket. You can't quite get a read on the wind from the tee pad, so you throw out and across this valley. And Sofie kind of overturned that one a little bit.
Whoa. Slipping.
Oh, no. And she goes down holding her knee.
Oh no. Hope she's okay. Anniken getting out well past that first clump of trees. Kristin's going for it.
Yeah, see, it just seems to be a little bit more headwind than they're getting a read on. That one just really burnt that driver over for Kristin.
I feel like that happens a lot on holes like this where you're kind of protected and going downhill out into the open. Someone's offering her a Band-Aid, I think. Anniken trying to get through that line of trees. Doesn't quite make it. Kristin playing a little lower, getting a nice roll.
Oh, yeah.
Well inside the circle.
That'll help.
Wow. Going with the forehand roller
What?
with a putter.
Oh, I think that camera guy was kind of turning around.
Yeah, it
I
looked
couldn't
like
quite see.
it may have gone past the basket down that hill. Anniken giving it a bid for a par.
Wow, so that forehand roller was great. And she converts. What an up and down.
Wow.
I mean, she's playing some golf right now.
Mm-hmm. Good, solid putt. Unfortunate bogey. That's her first non-par of the day. And we're hoping that Antonia's knee is all right.
Yeah, that was pretty scary.
So Sofie maintaining now a 4-stroke lead on the rest of the card. Moving on to hole 7, par 3, 107 meters. OB lining the whole left side, going down and back up into this very protected green. Small gap to get up in there. Trees well inside the circle. Even if you get up into the circle, you might not even have a putt. Sofie throwing a flex shot.
Yeah, that's in the center of the fairway.
It seems like a good play on this hole, just getting close to the gap and giving yourself a good angle to get in there.
Yep, exactly. You can really pinch yourself off on this one if you're too far left or right. Oh, and Kristin starting to climb the hill there. She might be inside circle 2 right there.
That's a great rip for her. And Antonia making some adjustments to her form, going with the standstill backhand. Most likely protecting her knee. I'll be interested to see if she keeps doing that through the rest of this round. Pretty solid shot for Anniken. Also getting close to the tree line.
Oh, this is really tricky. Just going to have to try and push something through this backside.
Looks like she got caught up. And Sofie lining herself up perfectly with that gap.
Oh, she had me on the edge of my seat right there. Like, she's going off right now on this front 9.
Yeah.
Oh, nice touchy little approach right there from Anniken.
Antonia using the hill, giving it some force, but trusting that the hill is going to not let her go too far past the basket. Oh!
And she was just 15 meters away, uphill with a gap. She hits the gap, comes up just a hair short.
Solid par for Anniken. Antonia taking a bogey. And Kristin and Sofie both will be tapping in pars as well.
All right, taking a look at hole 8, par 3, 96 meters. Headed slightly downhill on this one, and as you can see, the green is severely sloped from left to right. A ton of rollaway potential on this one.
Yeah.
Pretty nice view on this hole as well.
Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, and great angle. Does it have the pace?
No, but it is.
Is it going to curl?
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty fortunate.
That's pretty fortunate for sure. She's got to look for 2 from there.
Oh, and that same miss again from Kristin.
Yeah, Kristin's been turning her discs over on these drives.
Oh, she's way down the hill, Ella.
That's not a great place to be.
Anniken taking the Simon route on that one.
She's out there. She didn't roll too far down the hill.
That was a big hyzer.
Antonia sticking with the standstill. Looks a little lower than she wanted. She's throwing a forehand. Pace looked good, just caught up in those trees a little.
And Kristin is playing an entire new hole. No, and it's so uphill. She doesn't clear that bush, and this is her third.
Well, lucky to be on the edge of that bush and be able to take a stance, because those look very thick. It's pushed a little long, but very, very puttable for 3. Oh my goodness.
Nearly throws it in. The cameraman can't hold back. He wanted it.
Yeah, I wanted it.
Oh, another good bid. I mean, we're seeing some clean golf from Sofie.
Anniken chaining out right, but good catch on that ground to not let her roll down the hill.
And just to catch some of you up to speed, you might already be aware that we almost lost Järva a few years back. And we do have it for at least 9 more years, Ella.
Wow.
Thanks to Mats Loff.
This is a legendary course that I think is on pretty much every disc golfer's bucket list.
Yeah.
So thank you for keeping it as a disc golf course for at least 9 years. All right, hole 9 is our first par 4 of the day. Going a little uphill off the tee and then out into this open area. Some trees lining the open fairway and then hitting this gap, moving to the right, and getting to a scary green, sloped green. Placement's going to be key off the tee. Sofie liked it, but maybe it's going to be pinched off left.
See if
that looks like a good pull from Kristin.
Yeah, that's the angle that she's been looking for. She's kind of the hyzer flip master, and a lot of the shots out of her hand so far on this front 9 have been kind of flat, and even flat to Annie. And that's why we've seen them just kind of turn over and sail. Oh, she does not like that one.
Fortunately, she throws it out into some wide open space, so she should at least have the ability to get to the landing zone and have a chance at a par. Antonia sticking with the standstill, putting a good pull on it. Not sure that she'll have a look at a birdie from there, but good pull nonetheless for a standstill with an injured knee. Big
what
Annie
a
flex.
shot. I mean, the angle, she got the Annie nose down rip on that one. Just even a little too far.
Yeah.
Just past that gap.
And you can see why Sofie didn't like her shot. Having to throw a forehand from a knee.
Oh, and that's really the first, mistake that we've seen from her.
For sure. Antonia, nice and controlled, getting through the gap, getting up towards the basket.
That was incredible.
That was a great shot.
That is so hard to beat all of those pines up there.
Sofie pulled it over a little bit too much, Annie, but sneaking through all those trees, it looked like.
Oh, and she just had that gap right in front of her. Doesn't hit it, and now she's in a really tricky spot.
That's always the worst when you have the long drive off the tee and then you mess up your upshot. But
she sneaks through right there.
Oh,
Is
no.
it going to keep rolling?
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, they put a little U-disc wall up there for us.
That's a great scramble shot from Kristin and an unfortunate result rolling all the way down there. Sofie showing us all of her creative shots.
She's in the circle.
She is.
Yep.
And Anniken laying up. That was a very safe bid for her. Trying not to roll down to where Kristin is.
Another blemish on Kristin's scorecard here on this front nine. And this is actually for birdie?
I believe so.
And what a place to be after 2 shots. I don't know how many people in this division are going to be deep after 2.
Yeah. Good death putt from Anniken.
Yeah, she's definitely showed us that she's a confident putter. She's hitting all of those circle 1 putts with pace.
Absolutely. Sofie saving a bogey with another good death putt. Wow. Great par. Very well executed for Antonia. Getting the only par of the group.
All right, taking a look at the scores through 9 holes. Guys, thanks so much for joining us here at the second stop of the European Pro Tour. Hit that like button, leave Ella and I a comment. Let us know what your favorite hole on the front 9 of Järva is. We will see you for the back 9 of round 1.